Okay, let's try this again and see what happens. Let me move that. How did I get that up there? Let me move that on the screen. Okay, stuff pops up that I don't need. I don't know why it's there, but anyway, let me see if I've got one person. Eagle Lover, thank you for popping in. Let me see, can you hear me this time? Or do I still have problems with my sound? And here answered, awesome. I had to go through OBS. I can't go the way I did the last 2 times. I don't know what their problem is, but by adding OBS, I was able to make it happen. All right, so today we're going to do the Advent calendars day 4 and 5, and then we're going to talk about eggnog. Or, yeah, I guess we could talk about eggnog first. I don't know which way y'all want to do it. I'm drinking coffee right now, and I've got my eggnog ready. I guess we could do eggnog so I can get it over, and we'll do the Advent calendar toward the end. And I am giving away something before the whole process is over. Just saying. Let me get my little nerve going before I mess up. Okay, so I'm going to have to be reading some because we're using, y'all, where you at? Martha Washington's book here, and it's called Book of Cookery. This is a reprint or I don't know, the woman Karen Hess right here. Let's see if I can get it where y'all can read it. She took from the archives and wrote down these recipes and put them together. There was already a book, and she put down exactly what was there, and then she kind of explained some of it. So I'm going to talk to y'all today again about just sounds scratchy. Okay, do I have it too loud? Let me see something here. I don't know if that turns the sound down or not. Whereas my sound is all the way up, I need it to go down. How do I make the sound go down? Something is not... Okay. Now, does it sound as scratchy? I've got it at 60%. It was at 100%, and that might have been. And then I just threw my whole chat and everything away, so I got to redo all that again. Every time you mess with something. So let's hope I have y'all where it's not so bad. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. We're going to try and fix this where I don't kick something off. Lippy got her fudge. All right, Lippy, is it sounding scratchy to you? Because somebody was saying it was scratchy. I went down to 60%. It was at 100, and you probably fixed it. Good. Okay, that's probably what I needed to have done Saturday night, because Danny, when he talks, he's back and forth, and it gets loud, and it sounded a little muffled at times. All right, let me get my OBS back up here, I guess. Okay, I'm good. I'm not touching nothing else. Y'all know me. I touch stuff, I'm going to be all messed up. Okay, so now I've got Martha Washington's book that Karen Hess transcribed. That's the word. It's up here, right here, transcribed. And so today we're going to be talking about eggnog. We're doing, if you remember, I said I would do fruit cake on the 23rd. And so with the fruit cake, I already talked to my sister, and I got a fruit cake recipe. It still ain't the fruit cake recipe I was looking for. I made it. Y'all, my hands were, I'm telling you. So it was kind of crazy, but I did get that recipe that she gave me made, and I tasted of what was still in the pot, and it tasted good. So I'm hoping, it'll be okay. And so one fruit cake that she gave me is done. It is not the one I'm looking for. I'm probably going to buy some fruitcakes. I won't order any because I don't know that I'll get them in time. I'll be in town, I'll look around and I'll ask around and I will get some fruitcakes. And if any of y'all want to send me a fruitcake, get it in the mail now. Maybe I'll get it by the 23rd. I don't want a whole cake now, y'all. I just said peace. That's good. All right, so when we're talking about eggnog, I did not know this. When I was growing up, all I remember at Christmas, my dad would go get something similar to this right here around Christmas. Now, this one came from Azure Standard. I did order this because I wanted to try it and see what it tastes like. But my dad would go get a carton, something similar to that, and he would drink it around Christmas. He would ask, did we want any? And I'd say, no way, not eating eggnog. It just did not sound good. And I can't remember if my mom drank some, and things like that don't come to me. I just remember Daddy going and getting it. And so I just would stay away from it. And throughout the years, I never even wanted to try eggnog. I did not try eggnog till probably 4 or 5 years ago. Not long. I mean, I had never had eggnog. And then when I did try some, I made some homemade eggnog, and I did not put any liquor in it whatsoever. So basically, to me, it was like ice cream. It was like drinking ice cream, is what I sort of kind of come up with. That was my thought. And when I decided to do this eggnog thing, I had ordered this from Azure Standard, so I want to try it. And I guess we could do that right quick before I get into explaining some I've not even opened it. We picked up Azure Standard yesterday, and I do want to get this back in the fridge, so that's why I'm saying it's still got the little thingy in it, so y'all can tell. Popped it out. Smells good. I'm not going to do but about this much. And I'm going to go put this in the fridge so it does not ruin on me. I'm a little forgetful. Okay. Now, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Shauna says she loves eggnog in her coffee. I'm thinking that's a good thing too. That's probably what this eggnog will do. But this is the Azure Standard. Did not add anything to it. There's no liquor in it, no nothing. I just wanted to know what it tasted like. And like I said, I'll probably use it in my coffee. The nutmeg makes it taste more like an egg pie. My granny used to make an egg pie that had nutmeg in it, and that's what I'm tasting. The nutmeg taste is really overpowering in it. Maybe not too much overpowering, but I mean, that's the first taste I'm getting is the nutmeg. I think that would be awesome in my coffee. I'm doing funky espresso. For those of you that don't know, the first clip I was trying to do did not work. I didn't have any sound, and this one made me go through OBS. So I don't know what's going on with this, but we're good. Okay, so that's the first eggnog we're going to try. We're going to try a couple of others in a few minutes. Now, in this book, I looked, there ain't no eggnog. None. There ain't no eggnog. Let me explain to you why. Let me grab my phone. All right, eggnog traces its history back to medieval, did I say that right? Anyway, way on back in Britain, where they called it posset, Posset. And it was a warm, milky drink with ale or wine, which is liquor, and spices. It evolved till later the monks added eggs. Well, it already had eggs in it. I don't know why they would say eggs. But later it had figs in it. And then the colonial Americans because they did not have the sherry and the ale and all the things that they used back in Britain. Rum was real popular. They started adding rum because it was a lot cheaper. All right, and it even says that George Washington liked the posset, P-O-S-S-E-T. Okay, this book was written 1700s, okay? Not this book, but I mean Martha Washington's cookbook. When you look up eggnog, there is no eggnog in here. There is none. But when you look up posset, P-O-S-S-E-T, there are a whole little, like 6 or 8 different things that you can turn to and look at. So I turned to the first one, the best way to make sack posset. Okay, if y'all were here last week, do y'all remember what S-A-C-K is? If I was just reading this, sack posset, I would never have looked this up for eggnog. Because sack, in other words, we think of a sack as something to tote something in. And posset, I would have thought they were talking about possum. I mean, just being me, that's what I would have thought. But sack is actually liquor. It was their liquor, and posset is their eggnog, or their milky egg substance that they made back then. Y'all, I'm going to read you one, and if you didn't know what I just told you, how to make a sack posset without milk. And milk has an E on the end of it. You take a pint of sack and a pint of ale and let it boil. B-O-Y-L-E. Then you take 10 eggs, both whites and yolks. Y-O-U-L-K-S. Beat and strain. S-T-R-A-Y-N-E. Strain them and put them in your sack. Now, it says put them in your sack. Okay, if you got a sack, and I'm going, what kind of sack would they be putting them in? If I wouldn't know. But it says put them in your sack with a quartered nutmeg. Okay, now what's a quartered nutmeg? Okay, I know what nutmeg is, but how do you know what a quartered is? And let them boil together. Then put in half a pound of sugar and let it stand a while, and so serve it up. Okay, if you didn't know what a sack is, you would be all messed up with that. They're just saying. But the best way to make a sack posset, and remember, posset is eggnog and sack is liquor. You take a quart of cream and boil it with a quartered nutmeg. There it is again, a quartered nutmeg. So nutmeg was a spice, so I'm assuming she had the spice itself in her hand, and she took a quarter of it and put in there in order to make it make sense. Otherwise, you would not. What is a quarter of nutmeg? We got the little shaker bottle that we sprinkle in there. We measure out a teaspoon or a quarter of a teaspoon, whatever. But she obviously had nutmeg that she quartered, cut up. So you set it by, after you've taken the cream and the nutmeg and boiled it. And it didn't say how long. It just said boil it. You set it by and keep it blood warm. How you know what blood warm is? I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking blood warm to your touch or something like that. Then take a half a pint of sack. Here it is again, your sack or your ale or whatever. And above half a pound of sugar and a little musk, M-U-S-K-E. I don't know, musk is not what I'm thinking, but anyway. And ambergris, A-M-B-E-R-G-R-E-E-C-E, ambergris. Musk and ambergris, ground. Okay, I'm assuming those two have to be spices. And you grind them with a little bit of sugar. Now, I don't tell you how much sugar, just grind it with it. And let your sack stand on your fire until your sugar be all melted. Then take your yolks of 14 eggs and your whites of 7. If it be not good cream, you must keep out ye fewer whites. Strain them through a cloth and let your sack cool a little, and stir in all your eggs, all ye eggs, and set it on ye fire again with an E, and keep with an E. It's stirring till it be pretty, P-R-I-T-T-Y, pretty thick. Then put ye cream and stir all well together. And take it of ye hot fire and set it where it may only keep warm for half an hour. And let your basin be covered, B-A-S-O-N, your basin. I'm assuming whatever it's in. Then serve it up with cinnamon strode on ye top. That just, I mean, when you're reading this, you're sitting here going, oh my goodness. Okay, I would not be trying to make this because they weighed everything. Like Lippy said last week, they weigh everything. And in this day and time, most everybody has something to weigh stuff with, but a lot of those words, you don't know what they mean. So you're just like, I don't know about that. I don't know if we're going to do that. But they used liquor in it, and from what I read here, let me get back to my, the liquor was, I don't know if it's going to tell me here. I don't have that part pulled up, but the liquor was used in order to be able to set it out and it not spoil. Because you know and I know if you set milk and eggs and just set it out, it's going to ruin. So they put the liquor in it as a preservative, I guess you would say. And so when we did that, I was reading up on that and I'm like, that's pretty interesting. But posset, P-O-S-S-E-T. I don't think I had two T's on it. Let me look. No, P-O-S-S-I-T on this one. There is an E-T on lots of stuff, but in Martha Washington's it's P-O-S-S-I-T. Sack posset. Okay. Anyway, they kept changing the I's and the E's back and forth after the 1700s. Okay, next thing I wanted to show you guys. Let's see. Right here. Back in January of 22, when I made eggnog, I did not want to drink all of it, so I put it in my freeze dryer. Now y'all can see I'm fixing to cut this open. Y'all can see I have not used this since, it hadn't been open since January of 22. Just saying. We're fixing to find out how well freeze dried. And y'all may spit it out on camera. I am not lying. I don't know. Get my absorber out of here. I have a glass sitting here. Y'all can't see it, but I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to dip, and I'll show you what it looks like in the glass in a minute. I'm going to dip out, let's say 2 spoonfuls of eggnog. Now this is something I made, so there is no, what do you call it, no liquor in my eggnog. This is what it's looking like. It looks like a brown looking, you know, think y'all can see that. And I had powdered it up. So I have some water here. And let's see if I can do this without spilling something. I'm going to add a little bit of water. And we're going to test it. I'm not going to add too much and see what we have to do, because I may be pouring this out. It may not taste good, guys. And it's not cold. And it's almost like it's, you may have to add more water, but it's kind of gritty like right now. Let me let it sit for a minute and we're going to see. So I'm not sure. Y'all, this is eggnog from January 22. How old is that? That's fixing to be, what, 4 years old? Right? This is fixing to be 4 years old. And this is why I say with freeze-dried stuff and, what do you call it, dehydrated and all this stuff. Yeah, it was an interesting color, but when I made it, it was kind of a touch on the browner side. because of the sugar and eggs and stuff, it wasn't as white as what was over here. And I might not have boiled mine enough, y'all. According to that book, I just might not have boiled it enough. It smells like eggnog. It smells, it has that sweet egg smell. I mean, you know, not necessarily eggs. What is it? Like ice cream. It has that ice creamy smell. Is what I'm getting at. And I'm assuming ice cream, once they could freeze things, is a byproduct of what would have been eggnog. Okay, so I've got a little bit of y'all see there? Where am I at? A little bit of stuff up on the sides, but it looks like the base of it is pretty much done. Wow. Tastes like it did when I put it in there. That's the thing about freeze-dried. If it's done right, it tastes like it's supposed to. Wow. Very sweet, because I made my eggnog pretty sweet. It's almost like drinking ice cream. Like I said, to me, it's kind of like drinking ice cream. That's what I get. Now, mine doesn't have the nutmeg in it. It has cinnamon in it, but I did not put nutmeg. Now, in Azure standards, their nutmeg just overpowered everything. Wow. That is good. Really, I mean, I'm serious. I wouldn't be sitting here drinking it if it wasn't this good. Now, one reason I did this, the eggnog like this, and I freeze-dried it. Now, I'm trying to keep my top where I can heat seal it back down. The one reason I did that was I like coffee creamer in my coffee, and I knew eggnog, like y'all said earlier, is really good in coffee. So when I freeze-dried it, I thought, well, I could take a spoonful of that, what I just put in that glass, I could take a spoonful and put in my coffee in the wintertime and have a really good tasting coffee creamer without all the chemical additives, if you so speak. Well, I did a bunch of eggnog that year. This is 8, because we had a lot of eggs. This was August of 22. And so this one is in pieces, and I didn't want to open it, but this one isn't like the other one. It's not powder. This one I just put in squares about this big. So I didn't want to have to just sit and crumble it all up. Then I made, this was in March of 22. This one I'm going to open. It is chocolate eggnog. I don't remember making chocolate eggnog at all, y'all. I really don't. So I'm not sure about the chocolate eggnog. We're fixing to find out, but this is really good. Okay, so 2 down, 1 more to go. Let's see if I can open the chocolate one. Okay, and y'all can see it's still sealed. 22, March of 22. And somebody said they had never seen anybody open their their freeze-dried foods. Danny and I did quite a bit of freeze-dried foods back in the day. We used to rehydrate just so we knew that we liked them, you know. This is what this is looking like, y'all. Y'all see that? It looks like chocolate, little chocolate clumps. Mainly because I did not crush it all up. So this is it right here. We're going to rehydrate. Let me close this up. Y'all know I got to taste a piece that's not hydrated like this. And you could sit and eat this like candy. It'd be like a little wafer. That's one reason, another reason I did it, I guess, is because you can do like a wafer and sit and just eat it. But then you do need to We're going to see how long it takes this just to go back. And amount of water, I might have put too much water. It's kind of hard to say with this because I don't have any instructions, and I'm just feeling it. I may have to add some more chocolate. This is real time, guys. No, I'm not making this crap up. And I don't know what y'all are saying in the comments. There's no telling. Hot chocolate made with eggnog is good. I'm guessing that's what I did. I did the eggnog. I'm going to add a little more chocolate because it looks like it ain't got enough chocolate in it. I like chocolate, y'all. Just saying. So we're going to add 3 or 4 more pieces in there and make it real chocolatey. Not sure what y'all are talking about because I hadn't been reading the comments. So I added more chocolate, and we're going to let it sit for a minute and just rehydrate. It'll take it just a second. Tamara said she didn't like the Azure standard eggnog. That one, I don't know if that's what you're calling Azure standard or not, but that was organic something fields or something. I don't remember. So we'll see. You know, I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're fixing to see what this tastes like when it finally rehydrates some. It doesn't take long. I've got a lot of stuff freeze-dried that I guess I could start doing rehydration on freeze-dried stuff. I found today, I thought I was out of chicken, and I found I still had freeze-dried chicken, lots of freeze-dried onions, squash, peppers, some fruit, milk. We had a friend bringing us, it was Organic Valley, that's it, yes. That's what I had from Azure. A friend brought us fresh milk from his cow, and I didn't use all of it. I used about half of what he brought, so I would put it on my tray and freeze dry it so I would have fresh milk. So I still have fresh milk from probably 22, something like that. 21, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look at the date when I was going through stuff. And I just keep it on hand. If I need it, I'll go get it. If I don't need it, I just let it sit. Okay, let's see. Chocolate. I already tasted the chocolate a while ago, but I tasted it without the water added, y'all. I could have still used some more chocolate. I put too much water, I think. It's not as good as the regular eggnog. So I probably should have put more chocolate in the amount of water I did because it feels watered down. Yeah, it's okay. My favorite by far is, right now, would be my eggnog. And so I have done eggnog, I don't know how many times, and just stashed it mainly to use in my coffees. More than just drinking at Christmas time. Okay, so does that answer some of y'all's, if y'all have questions and stuff, let me know, but answer some of your questions concerning what eggnog was in Martha Washington's book, which was posset, P-O-S-S-I-T, according to her, E-T, according to the Google. So try making homemade hot chocolate with eggnog instead of milk. Yes, that would be awesome. And I don't remember how I made that. Y'all, that's been a few days ago. 22? Oh my goodness. March of 22. That's been way long time. So it really is hard to do taste tests sometimes like this, but I wanted you guys to see when you have, some of you have freeze dryers. So freeze dryers are good for a lot of things. Things that you wouldn't think of, like milk, chocolate milk, eggnog, those sort of things. Yogurt. Yogurt was one of my favorite things. I've got a good bit of yogurt freeze dried. I really like that. Said, I love to drink eggnog with a piece of fruit cake, gingerbread, or a Christmas cookie. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't have any of those things. Well, I had my fruit cake, but I hadn't tried it yet because I just made it a couple of days ago. All right, Advent calendar. Let me see if I can reach this. Of course I can't. I'm going to have to get up and down to get stuff. People are going to be watching this and go, where'd she go? But now, putting liquor in your eggnog, some people do. I never have. Yes, you could rehydrate your eggnog with milk. That would probably make it even creamier. Would you buy the freeze dryer again? I'm hesitant, as it is just my husband and I. It's according to whether you like some of the things. Now, there were things that we did not like. There were some things that we loved. But again, it's according to whether you think it would benefit you price-wise as opposed to what you're going to be freeze drying. I have a friend that bought one, and when she got hers, she immediately, every day when she cooked her meals, if they had anything left, she put it in the freezer on a freeze dryer tray. And when she had her 4 trays done, she would freeze dry leftovers. So she had meals ready to go at any time. She did lasagna, beef and rice, spaghetti, you name it. Whatever she made, she took green beans and carrots and English peas, whatever they had, potatoes, it didn't matter. Mashed potatoes and gravy. She put it on a tray and froze it and then freeze dried it. And she had the most meals. Within a month, month and a half, she had enough meals to last her for another couple of months. So it was well worth it to her because they liked the meals that it provided in the future. Danny and I preserved mainly our fruits, and I didn't like blueberries. I have not found a way to do blueberries yet that I like other than freezing. But everything else freeze-dried pretty well. I liked freeze-drying okra. I have quite a bit of okra and squash. We did, I even did dill pickles, y'all. Freeze-dried dill pickles is amazing. I probably have a bag stashed somewhere that I hadn't come across since we've moved. And would I like a white and multi? Yes, thank you, Vicki. And it benefits you if you are raising your food, or if you go to like a grocery store and buy in bulk, or through Azure you buy in bulk. It does benefit you to freeze dry some of that and put it up. One thing I want to mention is when it starts getting toward the end of the year, I always don't know the circumstances for the next year, so I start preparing by picking up extras that I will have in case January and February, March and April can be really trying times, because you have in January, you need to be paying your property taxes. And then come April, you need to be paying your income taxes. And there's just that side of me that's going, you know, I don't want them taking my property, and I want to get my taxes paid because I don't want them tacking it on to everything. So in order to save every dime I can, I buy up ahead of time so that when my checks come in at January, I have enough to pay my taxes, my property taxes. Then February, March, those 2 checks combined to help with any taxes we have to pay. That way I don't have to go borrow money from anybody or anything. I don't have to worry about it. I know. And lots of times that money's stashed and I don't need it for taxes. Hey, you got a little stash there. So it really helps. So I buy in bulk, and that's what I did when our Azure order came in. I didn't do an Azure haul, but I bought black pepper, mustard and ketchup, enough to last like 2 to 3 months. What else did I buy? I like their cheese powder, so I bought some more cheese powder so I would have it on hand to add to different things. I bought the eggnog. I bought chips and dip like I usually do. Olive oil. I bought my olive oil up, and I always check my paper products. Now, I don't buy those through Azure. I have bought the paper towels, and they're pretty good. They're Azure, but they're pretty expensive. So I usually, from Walmart, I order my paper towels, toilet paper, dishwashing liquid, and washing my clothes soap. I make sure I have enough that will last 6 months or better of all of those items. So I go through before the end of the year, check everything, and I place a Walmart order, and they bring it to my, well, not to my door, but to, we have a building set up for packages. So, yeah, the freeze dryer, it's according to how much you plan on freeze drying, but I do like having all my stuff at the end of the year ready to go so you don't stress in the new year. That's basically what I'm saying. But back to the freeze dryer. Would I buy it? I don't know. I mean, it's a big purchase, and it is according to whether you plan on freeze drying a lot of stuff. If you have a big garden and you do not like putting your okra and peas and beans and all that stuff in the freezer, or you're worried that your freezer might go out or whatever, yes, it's beneficial for you to have a freeze dryer if you're really dependent on a freezer and you're worried it might go out, the power might go out. That's one thing I think about. That's why we freeze dried a lot of stuff. Yeah, well, Danny's got to lay off the dip and the chips, and he's not liking it too much. Well, he kind of put himself on, I got to lay off of it, because neither one of them are the best for his problem, and he's trying to make an honest effort to not do stuff all the time that might, and chips and dip might not be the best thing for what he's got going on. So until we talk to a doctor, he's kind of laying off. Yeah, I can and freeze most anything, and I always have, and I like stuff in a jar much better than I do anywhere else. My peas, my corn, and those two especially, I like in a freezer. I would rather have my peas or my corn in a freezer, but I do put peas in a jar, and I do like them. I'm not going to lie. And so I can and freeze most everything. I hate a dehydrator. I don't even own one anymore. At one time I had two. I had an Excalibur, which was fantastic, but I found in our humidity, dehumidifiers do not get all the moisture out, and I lost 99% of my food. No matter how, I had some in jars and had them vacuum sealed. I had some in Mylar and had it oxygen absorbers and all that kind of junk, and heat sealed. Some I had vacuum sealed. Almost everything I dehydrated, I lost, and I did not like that, so I gave them away. I'm Lippy, did I give you I may have gave Lippy a free dehydrator when she was here. I can't remember, and I gave my daughter one. So let's see. Now, let's start with the advent calendar. Enough about freeze dryer. Yeah, it's too hot and humid to do, and I had to find times to freeze dry whatever I freeze dry and watch the humidity. Okay, now Miss Lippy sent me the gardening tool advent calendar, and so this is day 4 and 5. We're going to be opening it up, the next ones, but let's refresh. Day 1 was this handy dandy pouch in a pretty purple color. Day 2 was a little sprayer in a purple color to match. And we're going to put something like peppermint oil or something in this, because that's the number one, according to everybody, peppermint oil is about their number one pick for having on hand at all times. Day 3 is the 4. Okay? Beautiful. I don't know if I want to use that because it messed that up. But it does have the I call it the fingerprint, the hold here, grip would work really good. So that's the first 3 days. All right, let's see where we're at. I do a lot of vacuum sealing in mason jars now too. It does save things a little bit better, but I'm not doing anything dehydrated. All right, when you open it up, it says Merry Christmas. And I put back day 1's covering. I put back 2 and 3 back where they're at, but I'm going to get 4 out and I'm going to get 5 out. So y'all throw in, what do you think 4 and 5 is? 4 is this size, just like the garden fork. 5 is this size, just like the garden fork. So we're going to see what is in those two. And then we'll put the boxes back in to keep it all pretty inside. I don't know why, y'all, we throw away more boxes 2 and 3 years later. All right, seeds, a spade. I'm going to drink some coffee while y'all are throwing up these. A shovel. Trowel and gloves. I'm not sure, y'all. Heat mat, hand spade, plant clips for 5, trowel, weeder. Okay, let's see what it is. Some of y'all may done been checking the site and figuring it out. Gloves. Another pretty that I don't know that is going in the dirt, y'all. I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure this stuff's it's going to be all pretty up in my greenhouse. Y'all ought to see my greenhouse. It looks amazing in there. Oh, I got a house plant that was almost dying on my back porch because it was so hot. I put it in that little mini greenhouse, and last night it got down to 29, I think. And one time, about 2 weeks ago, it got down to 24. You ought to see that plant. It is exploding. It's got blooms. Yeah, it's a trowel. Okay, Lippy, you're messing with me. I can't say these words like she does. See how pretty that is? Who wants to dig in the dirt with that? And it has the fingerprints, the hand holds, you know. And it even, on the front right here, has the indentation for your thumb. Even that on the back and with the thumb, look at that. But isn't that pretty? I love it. Lippy chose well. I'm just saying. A spade. I can say spade better than I can say trowel. Yeah, a hoary trowel. Whatever. Okay, I ain't saying that no more. It's hard for me to say. All right, since we have the fork right here, we're going to put this right next to it in this spot, so that when you pick it up, they're right there. Now, they probably need to be turned around the other way, but I'm not sure. We'll look at pictures after we're done. I don't like to look at the pictures ahead of time. So, now, number 5. Did y'all guess? Are y'all already guessing on number 5? A weeder tool. Number 5, a weeder tool. Okay. Well, I guess that might be what you can call this, but again, it ain't going in the dirt, I don't think. I mean, y'all, look at this. That's what y'all calling a weeder tool? I'm guessing, but look at the pretty color on it. Isn't that awesome? And again, it's fixed for your hand with the, you know, where you can handle it really good. I'm going to use it as a garden decoration in my greenhouse. I think it's pretty. I may have to figure a way to set up a display. Miss Lippy likes making displays. She may have to tell me, y'all don't want to know what went on when Lippy was telling me. Good Lord. The woman, me and her went, and it was funny. I had her, I'm going to put it, I need to turn it around so we But when I get something on the inside, it'll hold it. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Lippy was helping me decorate one day, and I sent her like 5. It was my fault because I shouldn't have sent that many pictures. But I sent a bunch of pictures, and I said, okay, I want to decorate this, but I have this, 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 and this. Do I need to move something over here to add in over here? And she's going, go to the bathroom and take stuff off shelf number 2, put it on shelf number 3, rearrange that, and then put something from this over on shelf number 2. After about 4 texts, I'm going, I don't know what the heck we're doing. I'd go back and I'd read and I'd say, take off shelf 1 and put on shelf 2. Do shelf 3 on shelf 4. I'm done. I got one thing done, she said, in the bathroom, and Heidi showed up, and I said, okay, Lippy, Heidi's here. I looked at Heidi. I said, Heidi, you have free range in my house. Go anywhere you want and get stuff and decorate. And she did, and she did a good job. Yeah, they're way too pretty. I agree with y'all. It's a cultivator. Too pretty to use in dirt. Yeah, I have those that's already been in the dirt. And so they'll go in my mini greenhouse from VEGO and probably become a decoration. But now the bag comes in handy. So when you want to do something, you can throw everything in that bag and take off with it, because I'd put it on the Kubota and hang it up on there. And it may be a decoration on my Kubota, my side-by-side, with stuff in it, and I can take it wherever I need it. Okay, so that is definite. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I enjoy coming up and doing things and having fun with you guys, and it's a cultivator. I don't know. I just know I take it and run it through the raised beds, and then I can reach and get the grass and throw it out. If there's any or weeds or anything, it grabs them and moves them. But now if I really want to dig into the dirt some, I can do that also. It's got some of the tools like that as door handles on my high tunnel. I don't know. I think they're pretty, so I just don't know what I'm going to do with them. And really, we've done day 5. There's 12 of these. So what is today? Today's Tuesday. Let's see. I'm supposed to do... Tomorrow is day 5. Wait, what day is this? No, today's the 9th. Okay, so I'm supposed to be back on the 11th and the 13th. So the 12th. I'm not sure when the 12th is. Try to be back on the 12th and do a live. And we will do something else Christmassy. And we'll find out what Martha Washington has to say about it. And y'all tell me now we're doing fruitcake on the 23rd. So y'all give me something that I can see if Martha Washington has something in there. It could be a meat. It could be a side. It doesn't have to be desserts. Everybody's doing desserts, but Lippy's making some awesome candy. If y'all didn't see that red hot candy, I was like, man, I ain't never seen anybody make red hot candy. I love that. Lippy's got a few more up her sleeve too. She's gonna have them done. And Heidi and Tim last night brought me 5 Walmart bags of greens. I got one bag cleaned, and it'll be ready for me to make supper after a while. So I will have greens for supper, and then I got to clean the rest, and I'm probably going to can some because I've got some meat that needs to can, and greens and meat cans at the same time. Y'all, if that phone rings one more time, Lippy, are you getting phone calls, or are you talking about my phone call? Mine don't usually ring, but that was odd. What about a holiday roast? I don't know. Now, I don't know that I've ever done a holiday roast. Most of the time it's always turkey, chicken, like a roasting chicken, turkey, and ham. Now, my dad used to do a roast, and I wished I could make that like he done. He done it for every holiday. So I know, he did, what are they called? Like the cube steaks. Some of you call them chop steaks, where they, tenderized steak. That's what I'm looking for, the tenderized steaks. My dad did the absolute best steak and gravy, and he, for many, many years, would take it to everything we ever had. I mean, at Christmas, instead of saying, hey, we want turkey, we're like, hey, Dad, we want steak. And he would do it. And I went and watched him one day. And my sister did too. She told me she did the same thing. His gravy, my mama can't make gravy like that. I don't know why. Her gravy just didn't taste like Dad's. So I went and I was standing there and I said, okay, make gravy and fix this. I'm going to watch what you do. He made it. I went home and tried exactly the same thing, and it did not taste right, y'all. I don't know. Daddy just had a way of making steak and gravy. Standing prime rib. Y'all, I've been informed Christmas is this Sunday at our house. Grand is having her wisdom teeth out, and she wants it to eat before the surgery. Have fun. Yeah, I don't like those surprise things all of a sudden, you know. I think Danny's daughters are coming on the 20th, and I'm not sure on my kids yet. Maybe going to my mom's like the 27th or something. Not sure on that either. Yeah, cube gravy in a crock pot. It's easy and it's yummy, but to make the gravy, I don't know what he did, and nobody else. Now, Mom can make some good gravy, and hers is good. But some reason, Dad just always, when he did the gravy, and it just tasted amazing. In my freezer, I found a turkey bought in 2021 and a ham from 2017. Oh my goodness. Talking about treasures, would you use it or trash it? 2021, that's still 4 years. Do you have dogs? I don't think I would trash it. I think maybe I would not cook it like for a special occasion, but I would take it out and see if it is freezer burnt or anything like that. And if it is, cut it in pieces and boil it for your dogs. They love turkey. They would, take the meat off the bones when you do. I done found you don't give dogs any cooked bones. They don't need cooked. So if I do anything, I always take the meat off the bones. But turkey, yes, they could have turkey off and on, and they could have ham if you don't spice it up or something. 2017 is pushing your luck. With me, meat in the freezer after 2 years is a little bit long for me. Oh, hello from India. We get Christmas cake home too, and it's usually from the same place. Plum cake is what usually sells around Christmas. Plum cake. Okay, that's one I've heard before, and I've never looked up. Let me look something up right quick, y'all. Y'all, thank you from India. Mount Zebra. All right, let me see if there is a plum cake. Let's see what we got going on here. I've got plums. I don't know. And it might be under the cakes. Now, I don't know, but I will look and see. Cake. Various fruits. There's a currant. Okay, I do not see plum cake, but I like that idea. Now I did a figgy pudding. Let me just do this. Plum cake and figgy pudding. Y'all, I did a figgy pudding. We have figs. I think we're going to do figgy pudding next time. And the plum cake. I'm going to see what I can do. I didn't do a giveaway, y'all. Yeah, I hate to waste food. So if I were you, I would check the freezer burntness of it. I don't think it would hurt the dogs. Plum is like a fig cake here. Okay. That was my thought. I was going to check the 2 of them, but next week or next time, what did I say? 9th, 13th. We do the 12th. Okay, I'm going to put the 12th. Y'all, I'm having to make notes now. I used to do this in my office. I kept a pen and paper and made notes all the time. So I'm back to making notes. I made a figgy pudding. And I'm sure y'all, if y'all don't, I get people all the time asking me, and I don't mind, but it takes away. I have a lot of emails. People are constantly emailing me, do you have a video on? Okay. When you want to know whether it's my channel, Miss Lippy's, or anybody else's, before you message them and say, do you have a video on, take and type in the channel name and whatever. Like if you think I might have done figgy pudding, you could do Deep South Homestead figgy pudding, Crazy Days figgy pudding, or Pecan Grove figgy pudding. If it is in the tags and stuff, and it shows figgy pudding, it would pop up, or it should, if it does right. That way you can find it. People always want to know, do you have a Danny's sweet potato dessert? I don't know how many people message me wanting that recipe. It is in my cookbook, number 1, which not very many of you have, but I think I sold nearly 1,000 or better of those. No, did I sell it? Maybe 2,000 of those things. So there should be close to 2,000 out there floating around somewhere. But I've done numbers of videos on Deep South and on Crazy Days, and it's probably there somewhere. Sweet potato dessert, it might be a type of sweet potato casserole. I'm just not sure. Raisin pie. I don't know about that one now. Raisin pie. I have something that a girl gave me a long time ago, and I don't know what it would be called, but you put it on a cookie sheet, and it had raisins and spices and stuff in it, and it comes out real thin in little pieces. You cut them in squares when you get through. That is like it is awesome, but I don't know if they would call it raisin pie. I'm not sure. Now I've got to do my fruitcakes. Y'all know I'm going to be doing fruitcakes. That's going to be on the 23rd. Let's see how many more times we got before we get to the 23rd. Okay, we're doing fruitcake on the 23rd. All right, the 12th covers the 13th. We have 14, 15, 16. It'd be 15 and 17. So the 16th would be the next time. So that would cover the 15th. This would do the... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out now. This would be the 9th and the 11th. This would be... No. What did I do? My days are off, y'all. The day is the 9th. So we covered the 7... I did 4 and 5. That was the 2 I did. This would be 6 and 7. This one would be 8 and 9. Then I need 10 and 11. And the 23rd would be 12. That's my gifts. I'm trying to write down and process how I've got to do this. Let's see. I have your cookbook. Thank you, Miss Nancy. Let's see where we're at. Christmas pudding is a steamed plum pudding. Okay, so you're saying a plum cake and pudding. I'm gonna look these up because see if they're the same thing. And figgy pudding and figgy cake. I'm not sure if they're the same thing. I thought my pudding was more like it was like a cake, but not really. It was kind of like a pudding, but had a cakey, a moist, real wet something. Kind of like, what do you call it? Bread pudding? I was thinking, because I like bread pudding. Okay, so if I have the 16th, let's see, so the 12th would cover, I'm messing up. This will cover the 11th and the 13th, 15th and the 17th, the 19th and the 20th. Then I got 19th and 21st, y'all. I'm messing up on my days. And then we're going to do the 23rd. Okay, that is how I've got it written. So we'll do the 6th, 23rd back up, 22nd. We're going to do the 20th. Okay, so my dates for live streams will be the 12th, the 16th, the 20th, and the 23rd. That way I'll get in 2 of the Advent calendars every time. On the 12th, we're going to do plum cake and figgy pudding. So now we have the 16th and the 20th, and we're doing fruit cake on the 23rd. Where are we at? Oatmeal raisin, yeah. I'm not going to do any cookies, I don't think, because cookies is kind of overdone. Miss Lippy's doing candies, so y'all go look at her candies. I'm probably not going to do any candies. I'd like to be able to, whatever I pick up, come from here. Now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some type of figgy pudding or plum cake or something like it similar in there, so we're going to go with that. Bread pudding is amazing. I've never been able to make it like my sister. She makes, like, did you open the Advent? I missed the start. I just opened it just like right before I started talking here. Lippy, come on. You got to go watch the replay. I didn't open it at the beginning. I opened it like 20 minutes ago, 15. I don't know. Now, where are we at? I've got to think of 2 other items, and I may go through the book. Since y'all mentioned a roast, I may pick up something because they didn't have a lot of beef. I'm going to just tell you, there's not a lot of beef in Martha Washington stuff. Now, with the fruitcake, all my cookbooks that I have, I've got them open to the fruitcake part. They are really good. Lippy, come on. She gonna make me show this because she was on the phone rearranging Christmas. Okay. What did we do? Day 4? Okay, day 4. Lippy, see how pretty? Go back and listen. It ain't going in the dirt. We're gonna start decorating the VEGO greenhouse. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? That's day 4. Day 5, same thing. It's too pretty to go in the dirt. So I'm thinking we fix to be decorating the greenhouse. It's going to be pretty purple decorations. That's what I'm thinking. What do y'all think? See, they done way ahead of you, Lippy. They told me, yeah, they would decorate the greenhouse with it too. Okay. Now, I got to go. Mr. Danny and I got to go pick up some coffee. Oh, I didn't do the giveaway, did I? I'm going to see Silver Run Coffee Crafters. Y'all said y'all liked eggnog in your coffee. Let me think what I can do to make a winner out of one of you guys. And I will pick it up from Rebecca's and send it off. And y'all will get your choice of coffee. Y'all have to tell me, the winner will. Let's see. Would you put eggnog in your coffee? I mean, you don't have to answer that yet. I'm just thinking out loud on how to word what I want. Let's see. If you ordered from Silver Run Coffee Crafters, I'm going to give you a list of coffees that you've heard me talk about, and y'all throw up which one you would like to try. And I'm going to pick somebody out of I'm going to have to slow it down because it's going to go like crazy. And I'm going to fix it where I can check the the names, and I'll pick somebody and I will bless y'all. Y'all may not get it for Christmas. I don't know if it'll get there before Christmas because it's getting iffy with the, let's see, what this is a night. Y'all might get it for Christmas. I'll go ahead and get it out tomorrow if I go get it. Let's see. All right, here goes with the names of coffees that I have tried from Silver Run Coffee Crafters. Number 1, Funky Espresso. That's what I'm drinking today, is the Funky Espresso. I make it in an espresso pot on my stove that I got from them. Actually, I won it one of the first few times that I was listening to them, and I won some Funky Espresso, and I was going to give it away. I promise you, when they said Funky Espresso, I said, I'm going to give this stuff away, but I decided to break down and try it, and it's like one of the top 2 that they have. Funky Espresso is one of my top 2. So if you like Funky Espresso, or you would like to try it, some of you may have never even tried it, you might want to say, but anyway, Funky Espresso. The next one is Zero Dark 30. That's another one of my top favorites is Zero Dark 30. It is a bolder coffee, more coffee taste than some of their coffees. To me, it has more coffee. Just one of the first ones I tried that I really loved. Then they have Black Gold. Black Gold is their organic, smoother, ranks right up there with all the stuff y'all buy in a can that's got chemicals added, only theirs don't got no chemicals. Wouldn't you rather have organic, smooth coffee than your chemical-laden other stuff? Just saying. Okay, then they have Delta Dawn. Another, like my Zero Dark 30, Delta Dawn is a little bit more coffee. I guess I should say dark roast. I don't know why I call it coffee. The darker roast, medium to dark roast. They have the Panama Dulce, which is like the Black Gold. It's more of a milder coffee. So Panama Dulce is a good one. They have the Mellow Brew, which is their decaffeinated coffee. The Mellow Brew is decaffeinated. So if you have to have a decaffeinated coffee, put in Mellow Brew. And I'm not looking at comments. I've got it stopped so I can't see anything. It's going to take me a few minutes to go through stuff in a minute. Then, let's see, what else? They've got the smoked coffee. Now, we have the smoky brew. Don't confuse the two. Danny smokes their coffee, same coffee they smoke, but we smoke it ourselves. They roast it, we smoke it. We use our bacon flavor. The bacon has been in the smokehouse that day, and Danny uses pecan wood. Brad uses apple and cherry. And he doesn't have a smokehouse. He has one of those smokers. So his is going in a smoker with apple and cherry wood that he buys. It's not something that he has on his place. Ours is smoked with stuff from our place when we smoke bacon, and we have our pecan wood. So that's the difference with their smoked coffee. I can't remember what it's called. Smokehouse blend. I think they call it smokehouse blend. Then let's see what else. I'm missing a bunch. They've got so many coffees, y'all. The Holiday Blend. Now, they use these blends that they do, and it's really not a blend like most people would think, adding additives to it. It's a blend of beans. Like he might use a Panamanian bean with a Honduran bean. That's when he said he's talking about blends. He's not talking about adding anything to it. It's 2 beans ground to make the coffee taste the way it does. All right, that should give y'all enough. Let me see what y'all said and pick a winner or 2. Okay, let's see here what we got going on. Yes. Good Lord. I guess I bounced it because I got to go back. Let's see if it'll let me go back. Ooh, yeah. I missed a whole bunch of y'all. Okay. Let's see, who are we going? And I'm trying to find some that have not too pretty for the dirt. I could tell Carrie that, y'all. Y'all check out Carrie's items at RCF Designs. She's got t-shirts. She's coming up with some pretty good ornaments. She had some more ornaments. Besides the ones I showed you, she did, I think it's a little thing, a hanger. It's an ornament, and it has gingerbread people, and it has the mom and the dad and the kids, and it even has little gingerbread dogs on it and cats for the whole family. It was cute as it could be, but you had to check it out on hers. Let's see, where are we at? A lot of y'all like stuff. I'm trying to remember. ZEFOX, Z-Fox? You'll have to tell me what ZEFOX, and you said Funky Espresso. Okay, the reason is I won some funky last night, so I'm going to give y'all my funky. I've ordered some for me. Let's see, where are we at? T for Sol U. T for Sol, and I think it's Y-O-U. Yeah. You're going to have to give me a first name or something, if you will, in the chat. And I'm going to jump to the... Okay. Happy birthday, Miss Terry. Where are we at? Yeah, we're going to smoke some more coffee. We've got bacon off 2 pigs to do. Let's see, are we at the end? So now ZEFOX and T4SAWYOU. Will both of you, if you're still in here, put a first name or a last name or something that you're going to be sending me an email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, and I will tell you now. Z-Fox, you're getting funky. I forgot what you said. Now I got to go hunt it, y'all. Black gold. Okay, black gold. I'm going to put that down. And I need your address, please. When you send me an email, please send me an address. Naples Cajun said they bought some smoky brew and it was delicious. I have 1 pack left. Miss Deborah, okay, I see that. So Miss Deborah, please send me an email. And then Z-Fox, I'm not sure. Thank you. Z-Fox, can you give me your first name, please? Because when people send me emails, I've had it in the past where people try to imitate somebody, and I don't want to send somebody else your gift and not knowing who I'm sending it to. And I guess they could tell me that, but I mean, as long as I know what I can figure it out. Something that's part of your email. All right, guys, I got to go. Mr. Dana and I got to deliver some juice. We were making muscadine and scuppernong juice today. And it was beautiful. And we're going to deliver some to a neighbor, and then we're going to Rebecca's and pick up coffee. And my chat froze. I don't know why, but my chat's froze. I don't know what I can do to fix that. Miss Lippy, you are my #1 fan on top fans, and then Tambra is #2, and Patty Brumbone is #3. Eagle Lovers #4. Miss Gail M is 5. Blue Mountain Ridge is 6. ASTEWS Tua, I don't know how you would say that, is #7. Heritage Soft Tail is #8. Jay Holcomb is #9. And Carolyn Hamilton is number 10. I just thought I'd look at that. I don't ever get to see that. Okay, Zeddy. Okay, Z-Fox, Zeddy. You don't hear that very often, I promise you. My granny's name was Etta, E-T-T-A. You don't see people naming their kids Etta anymore. And my other granny was Maggie. And it wasn't Margaret or anything like that. Her name was Maggie. And I named my youngest daughter Maggie. Yes, it's over. Yep, Lippy's my #1 fan, y'all. I think it's funny. She probably does too. She's sitting there rolling, laughing, y'all. But now I gotta go. I enjoyed the talk, enjoyed being here with you guys. And we're going to try and get this coffee out tomorrow because I will pick it up from Rebecca today. And then we're going to continue on with our, hey, let's just have fun with the cookbook thing. Because, y'all, I had no idea because I was reading through on this cookbook and I get the biggest kick because I think about what I would think of in our American society as opposed to what it actually means. And y'all saw that with the eggnog today. If you were looking for eggnog back in the 1700s, you wouldn't have found it. It was Posset or Possit according to Martha Washington. Y'all have a good day, and we will talk to y'all possibly on the 12th, and we will see about figgy pudding and